Well, like the famous song says, everyone's asking for a little R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And today is National Respect Day. So we have Dr. Viviana from Houston Relationship Therapy here with how to keep it in our relationships. That respect. This is something that probably gets overlooked. We're always thinking about showing the love.
I know every day should be National Respect Day. Honestly, I think our roadways would be much better in Houston. But yeah, there are a few simple things that we can do, especially in our intimate relationships, to make sure that we are showing respect, because I will tell you, I see the result of a lack of respect every single day in my offices.
And something so simple as just listening. It's so easy to be looking at your phone or thinking about something else and not truly hone in on what other people are saying.
Well, and sometimes we're listening just to be ready to rebuttal it, you know, like just to give our rebuttal and to say, and to be defensive. And that's not the best way to be an active listener. So make sure that you are actually listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth and your partner's mouth, and just to make sure that then you are responding to that. A lot of miscommunications happen, and then boom, a fight happens. Y'all weren't even talking about the same thing.
Right. We can oftentimes be very reactive, right? And we can say things in the moment. So you want to avoid that kind of harsh language.
You know, it sounds silly, but I'm a big fan of don't use derogatory language at all when you're talking to your partner, so that you don't have to cross that line. Oftentimes, people are just talking and they might use an F word or an S word or a D word, whatever it is, just in talking. They're not yelling at them, but how quickly, when you're angry, does that turn into a direct attack?
What do you mean by keep it down?
You know, the volume. You know, there's so many cultures who kind of pride themselves on being loud and boisterous and very demonstrative, and we love that, but not in an intimate setting. So many people will say that they're triggered by the volume of their partner's voice, and so you have to be mindful of that. I get a lot of, but that's just how I talk. I'm not angry. I'm not, but that's something that if your partner's triggered by it, bring it down. You're going to do better. The likelihood is that things aren't going to escalate if you're able to keep your volume down.
Finally, you say, or number 4 here, the body language, what you don't say, that can oftentimes be even more disrespectful than what you say, like an eye roll
Closed off.
or even just turning away, right? We talk about how so much communication is happening non-verbally, and I see it in my office. Thankfully, people are very open and sharing and very vulnerable in that way. But rolling your eyes, scoffing, or well, come on. I mean, all of those things show your partner that you're not respecting what's happening then, or even them in general. So yeah, make sure that you're even watching what you don't say.
And how do we remember to bring our significant other into all decisions, even when it doesn't actually involve them?
Yeah, it's so important to show respect, even when someone's not in the room. How you talk about your partner, how you consider them. I can't think of anybody who's ever said, "Why are you bringing me into all of these decisions?" They'd much rather, more often than not, I'm hearing, "Why didn't you consult with me?" Or, you know, "We have plans that day," or "This doesn't have anything to do with me, but I hate hearing it from someone else." Right. "Why did I hear from your mom that you're going on a trip?"
At least tell them about it, right? Dr. Viviana, we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Next.